wrap of the weekend video clip, and it's Saturday the 18th of August. Start with gold this morning just for change. I still think that the most money this year we've made from assets like gold, crypto, although of course the year is getting a little bit long in the tooth, as it were, whereas stock markets look likely to fall further, although they may give some good profits when they do that. So let's have a quick look at this chart here. We had a low here, and we've got a clear 5-wave advance off the low. So 1, 2. This is all a third wave, then a 4 and a 5. Nice ABC, A wave, B, C. 50% retracement level was here. So that's waves 1 and 2. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC formation, which I talk about every now and then, which is a solid base for buying the market. Then got a 1, a 2, a 5 part 1 and a 2. Now another 5 part 1, 2, now a 3 coming as a thrust. Now the danger area is where what could be a C wave, this could be a C wave and this could be an A wave, where those are equal. This came from 1160, went to 82, that's $22. So this is around 1170, 72. So 1190, 1994 is an area where there is a risk of a pullback, and really want to see the thrust above 1200 with a bit of style to encourage the view that the low is actually in on gold, and that we're now going ahead. So looking good. It's those of you not positioned yet should be looking at this to get on board. I mean, you could buy now with the stop below here. Pretty quite a good stop at this point. That shouldn't really be taken out unless this is not an impulsive move. And the various stocks, I plan to buy more stocks next week. In fact, to be mentioning in my private trading room. But if anybody wants any help, then please get in touch, and I'll do what I can. Right, Bitcoin has some similarities with gold. We saw the low down here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a possible rather sharp A, B, C. Took out the 50% level, but held the 38.6 level. That may not be over. It's quite. I mean, we have got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABC pattern. We've also got 5 waves up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then another ABC. That's a 1, 2, and this could be a third wave coming in. So it's similar. The warning area here, I mean, this is about 6,000. This went up to 638. So say a rally of $650. So the low here was around 6,200. So above 6,800 is the warning area where there could be where it could just be an ABC and we could fall back. But right now it's looking good. And I mean, the sentiment seems very negative, and that's what you want. You want people saying Bitcoin is dead. All over the place. At that point, you'll know that is the time to buy. I haven't quite got that. We've got various altcoins dying the death, but not Bitcoin at this point. I should just add, I guess, for those of you new to this, that it's all about markets, all about sentiment. If everybody is negative, everybody has sold the market, then there's mass people left to buy, and that's when the market starts to turn and goes up. Similarly, if everybody's saying, well, it's a fantastic market, buy, 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 that's the time to sell because everybody's already bought. And the market can't go any higher, so it'll come down. Now, we never actually quite reach the extremes, except when there's blood on the street when you buy, and when you get hugely positive headlines in the local papers or whatever. Sentiment spreads throughout the population, and when it reaches people you wouldn't expect to be very enthusiastic about markets or very negative, that's a sure sign that things are about to change. Looking at the DAX, we have this big head and shoulders pattern, which I mentioned in one of the week's reports. So we've got the left shoulder here, we've got the head here, and we've got the right shoulder here. Key support at the moment is this level here, which has held the market on 3 occasions. Now, well, there's 4 or 5, if you include this blip here, but mainly here and here. I think when this breaks, then it could become quite serious. We have expiry out of the way now, so it could happen this week. I think it's quite possible. We'll look at the short-term pattern in a minute, but that's quite a bearish count, really. I mean, we have seen this huge rally. and we have a number of reversal signals in place now. It's possible we're going to see, I mean, we saw 2,000 points come off here, approximately. So 2,000 points off here, take us down to about 11.2 or thereabouts. Still quite a significant decline, another 1,000 points from the current level, roughly. The worry is it might just accelerate. I mean, I think we are at a situation when markets get at this exuberant, these kind of high price levels, people accept it as a norm, but it's not the norm, and you can get these very sharp falls coming in, much bigger than people expect. Overall, I think it's quite likely that one way or the other we'll know in the next few weeks probably whether or not this actually is the peak for the time being, and which may persist for some considerable period of time, or whether it's also a kind of correction and we're going to see new highs either later this year or early next year. But I think that should become clear in the next few weeks or so. Now, looking at the 30-minute charts, we've got the peak up here around 12.9 just off the chart. 1, 2, I count this as a 1, 2, 3, irregular 4, 5. That could be a complete 3, therefore. This could be the 4. Whether we'll go higher on Monday remains to be seen. Could be some kind of triangular type formation. But certainly the action next week will be important after expiry. I mean, one more decline there could do it. It just depends on what happens if there's support level breaks. I mean, it may be that will bring in a lot of selling, and this pattern may need to be amended in some form. I mean, if we get a very sharp fall, then it could be we're just seeing a 1, 2, and a 1, 2. One possibility, I guess. Let's have a look at the very short-term action just to see if anything interesting there. Not a huge amount here, except perhaps that as we go into expiry, the last 3 days we've seen the market just go sideways. With what happens at expiry, the major players start jockeying for the ideal expiry level, and this is the kind of action you often see. The market's blipping up and down, not really going anywhere, just to try and achieve the ideal expiry level for their particular book, option book at the time. I continue to use 66.33, so I've currently got a stop to sell there, 12166, and the 66 levels lower down. Right, on FTSE, we've seen this decline in the last couple of weeks or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could be, in fact, that that's an A, and this is a B, and there's a C to come in. That would fit in quite well, and then a decline coming in probably next week still, but not early in the week. But I think the key thing is see how Monday morning reacts to the overnight action on Sunday and Monday to guide what's really going to happen here. So it needs watching carefully. Finally, the Dow. If we count this triangle, the first triangle decline we saw back in January as an A wave, then got an A, B, and a C possibly. Currently, the C wave is a little bit smaller than the A wave. There's another couple hundred points would remedy that, which the Dow could do in an hour or two on Monday morning, I guess. We'll have a look at the, but then having seen an A and a B, we'd expect a C wave coming in. So slight lag here. The DAX already started going down in its C wave. FTSE ditto. Wall Street seems to be somewhat reluctant to actually take that step. Let's have a look at the short-term action. This is the 30-minute chart. Potentially quite worrying, in fact. This is a final C wave. You expect that to be in a 5-wave form. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1, ABC 2, a clear 3, a corrective 4, and now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that holds, if we don't see higher prices, then that could be an important peak. But we'll go down one more leg. Right, so looking at the 1-minute chart, I don't often go too slow, but I mean this is the last 2 hours last night on the Dow. There are 5 waves down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that could be a 1. You could then have an irregular 2, followed by a 3, and a 4, and a 5. That count actually is valid. But because of the format of it, I mean, you've got a huge 2-wave here, rather subnormal waves 3, 4, and 5. This looks corrective, though. Having said that, but it's hard to go down below this level. In fact, an extreme stop below there is one potential. Just place an extreme stop, sell the market. Stops suit your own risk parameters. That would work quite well if that is the peak. I mean, in fact, we're talking about a very small move anyway. The peak was around what 7.5, 7.30 or thereabouts. So this is only 70 points lower. It's very short-term stuff. I'm more interested in the fact that seemed to count as a peak on the way up. I'm not too interested in that. So far, I can't say there's much to talk about here, having babbled on for a while already. Anyway, there's a potential top there which needs to be confirmed. Right, on that note, I'll call day. News on the back of the report on Tuesday morning for subscribers. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening.